Hey FlossTube, it's Christy with the Floss Bossin Cousins. Today is Sunday, January the 4th. I am later than I had wanted to be, but Christmas was crazy. I did have some time off of work, but with family get-togethers, all that good stuff, it was a lot. So today we are going to do all the things. We are going to do WIPS in our PJs. We are going to do what I've been working on, what my plans are, the heifer board for 2026. We're just going to do it all. This may last all day. Let's get caught up on life a minute. So, Alan and I leave late tonight, heading out to Texas. Haley has, her birthday is tomorrow, but she also has appointments at MD Anderson on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're going out tomorrow, and I have not packed, not one thing, have not done anything. I've just been living my life like I didn't have anything to do these last couple of days. I've been a little sick. Alan's been a little sick. He went to the doctor because Haley absolutely cannot catch anything. He went to the doctor and was tested for all the things, and he was negative on everything. They said it was just sinus mess, but last week it was freezing cold here. Christmas, it was hot. Last week, it was freezing cold, and now it's starting to warm back up. So just the fluctuation in the temperature always gets us messed up, and if I have to stop and blow my nose, I'll try to remember to pause it. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. Are y'all ready to jump right in? If y'all could see all of this stuff over here. Okay, about my WIPS. A lot of my WIPS are very old. And what I consider very old is 2 years or more. Well, some of them are on 28 count fabric. Some of them are on 32 count fabric. And I am loving 36 count fabric now. So if I get to the WIP and it's on 28 or 32, I guess it just depends on how much I have done, or if I think I'm going to do it, whether or not I keep it. I will do a post in Floss Bossin Cousins Facebook group. If you would like to adopt or purchase, I guess it depends on, it just depends. I will do a post in Floss Bossin Cousins Facebook group, probably on my way driving out to Texas, or Alan will be driving. I'll be the passenger princess. I'll try to get those up and to get rid of them, because I am fixing to, if it does not bring me joy, it's leaving here. If I don't think I'm going to stitch it, it's leaving here. Because if you've stitched for any amount of time, you know your taste changes. And what once was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to stitch that, now might be, I'd rather stitch this. So it is what it is. And that's not being negative toward any designer or chart or anything. It's just your taste changes. What you like changes. So, whew, this is a lot. A lot. We had a good Christmas here. Cable, Musso. Alan and I bought him a little four-wheeler, and I'm sure you saw the pictures or the videos at the beginning, and we got Lorelai an iPhone. And that's really all they got from us, because those are huge gifts. So, we had such a good time Christmas Eve. Haley came, and we just had a good day as a family. So, I cooked hamburger steaks and gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans. I know I have emailed, several people have sent me a message or emailed me about my green bean recipe. And if I can remember to put it up on the screen, I will. It is a crowd pleaser. And it's super easy, minimal ingredients, but it's really good. We had that and rolls and corn on the cob. No, we didn't have corn on the cob for Christmas Eve. Oh, I'm sorry, we had bread pudding. So I cooked, the kids ate. We went on a scavenger hunt for the kids' Christmas, and we just had a good day. Christmas Day, Alan and I did not do a thing. We stayed at home, and just enjoyed being at home. We had Christmas with my side of the family on the 23rd, and it was my sister Susan's year to host it. So we did baked potatoes and steaks and a bunch of yummy desserts. I done a charcuterie board to take over, and we just had a good night that night. But from that night, the 23rd, I did not leave my house until I went back to work the following Monday. And I worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I was trying to think. I got off early Wednesday, but I went up to my other job and worked a little while. And then I went back on Friday. But we have done nothing. We didn't do anything on New Year's. We stayed home, watched TV. We've napped. We've watched TV. We've ate. I'm going to have to get back into a routine because I eat way too much when I don't have things keeping me busy. But it is what it is. We've just been lazy, and it's been wonderful. It has been wonderful. But after, I know this week, I'll still be out of pocket, but then the following week, I should be back on some kind of routine anyway. So Whitney and Buns and the kiddos are going to keep our dogs while we're going to Texas, and so I don't have to worry about them. And they'll come by and make sure everything's good here. But, and then next Saturday, Holly and I are going to meet a lady in Tupelo and pick up bags for the Stitch South retreat. So we're very excited to get to spend some time with Tammy and meet her. And I'm pretty excited about seeing Holly Ho too, because I haven't saw her since the Sunday before Christmas. We met her and Todd in Jasper and ate supper and went to Walmart and So I did get to see her before Christmas. All right, I guess we're just going to jump right on into it. All right. I'm going to try to keep a run of my WIPS. So, all right. Well, that one is not in there because I've already finished it. I'll set this to the side because I know it's in that bag because I looked at it a while ago. All right. This WIP is in the line per nail by Hands Across the Sea. And I am using all the called for 103s. And it is stitched on 32 count Time Worn by Mystic Fabrics. And that's all I've got done on it. So that is WIP number 1. I was going to try to tell you who made this bag, but I don't see a tag on it. I'm bad to leave if I get a bag and it has a card in it. I'm bad to leave it down in the bag so I can remember who did it, but it's not in this bag. I want to say that this bag came from Two Old Lady Bags, I think, is the name of their shop. And if so, I'll try to put a note on the screen and link their shop below. But I'm almost sure that that's where this bag came from. So that is in the line per nail. Let me get my stuff back in here. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because if I don't put it back, then it will be even more of a mess than what it is. All right. My next WIP is Cotswold Field by Teresa Kogut. This makes me miss Ilbert even more because I could hand off to her or she could write it down. And I am using, I'm not sure, let me see on my card. I'm using all the called for colors, which is DMC's, Weeks, and Classic Colorworks. And it's on 32 count Almond Milk by Grace Notes Fabrics. I don't have a ton done on it. So that is Cotswold. I always have a hard time saying that because I think I'm saying it wrong. Cotswold Fields by Teresa Kogut. And it is in a Melanie Henson bag, I believe. Hang on, I'll show you the bag. So pretty. All right. Well, there's a needle and a magnet. Wonder, shocker. My next WIP is Isabella Keene by My Sister Sampler. I'm sorry, did I hold that up right? And it is on, did I not do a card for it? Oh well, I don't guess I did. I'm using DMC. Look at those pretty, pretty colors. It is on 32 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And that's what I have so far. Ilbert would be down here saying something really ugly about me not cutting my fabric. So y'all can just insert your own thoughts, because I know she would say something about it. And this is in a bag by my sweet friend, Miss Carolyn from Fab Shabby Rose. She made this for me for my birthday one year. It's Little House on the Prairie. It was the year that I did for my, the Little House on the Prairie sampler for my birthday sale by, Lord, it's hanging over there. I can't remember. All right. My next WIP is 4th of July Rules by Primrose Cottage. And it is on 32 count Heroic by Picture This Plus. And I did not want to do it as a whole, and I'm using all the called for DMC on DMC 22 and 844 I changed it out from those to Gentle Arts Buckeye Scarlet. And I am doing these separately because I want to be able to have pillows for my dough bowl. But I thought this fabric with these colors and what it's for, the 4th of July, that this Heroic by Picture This Plus, it was a perfect choice because of the blue and red modeling that's in it. So that's another WIP. I don't know where the chart's at for that, because it's not in there. I'll try to insert a picture of it there. This bag is by Buckleberry Quilts. My next WIP is Stitching Rules by Primrose Cottage. Nope, that is a story. That is not a WIP. That I haven't started it yet. This is, I am doing Stitching Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I hadn't started the Stitching Rules yet. And it is on Greystone by Grace Notes Fabrics. And I've got hanging threads. And that's all I've got done on it. It's on 32 count Greystone. And I'm just using the called for DMC. And I do not know who made this bag. It doesn't have a name on it anywhere. Oh, this is, I don't have, it's a PDF download, but it's on Soda Stitch Designs Etsy page. We were going to do this as a round robin with some ladies at from the Huntsville retreat, but nobody really loved stitching it because it's a lot. But I actually finished my girl, and I think she's precious. So I'm very undecided if I want to do the other ones or not, because she is so stinking cute to me. If you've never went over to, and this is just a 32 count cream fabric. I don't know who it's by. And this is a bag from Greta at StitckWork Design Company. But if you've never looked at Soda Stitch Designs, she has some very, very cute things. All right. My next WIP, I'm forgetting to write them down. Sorry, I had to take a little break. My next one is Early Christmas Morning, and I do not know where the chart is. My word, I'm gonna here it is by Blackbird Designs. And I am stitching it on 36 count Warm Sienna by Color and Cotton, and I'm using all the called for floss. I don't have a lot done on it yet, but I just lost my needle minder. Hang on, I got it. That is all I have done on it. I need to get that out and get it finished up. I may take that with me to Texas. Or I actually thought about some of these that's on 32 count that I do want to finish, taking those and working on them in the car, because that would be an easier stitch than 36 count. And it is in think this is a Tiger Lily bag that came maybe in one of the Advent boxes a few years ago. I can't remember. This next one is Ilbert's birthday sale from 2024, and it's Summer Jubilee by Blackbird Designs. And I'm doing it on 30 count Irish Bog Sky by the Primitive Heer. And I got threads going everywhere. I love this chart, but I have such a hard time stitching on dark colored fabric. I really struggle with it. Let me see if you can see that. So I need to get back on that. I'm using all the called for floss, and this chart is in the Souvenirs of Summer book, and it is hashtag, these are the colors that's in it. The hashtag is Callie's 50th Jubilee Birthday Sale, and it is in a bag from Tammy Latimer. Vintage Stitchers is her Etsy shop. Let me make a note of the Etsy shops I'm mentioning so I can tag them or put their link below. All right, the next WIP is Scarlet House, and it is Canine Quotes. I was trying to see which one I had actually started. I've got 3 pieces of fabric in here. This one is on 32 count Coconut Milk by Grace Notes Fabrics. And I am doing I'm Just My Dog's Treat Dealer by the Scarlet House. Got that much done on it. I have got all my floss and stuff pulled so I can do all of these. I just went ahead and put it all in the bag. And I want to say this bag was made by Brenda Greer. She's one of our Huntsville girls. Look how cute that is. My next WIP is Prairie School Santas. Let's see, this one is the 2015 Santa, and it is on 32 count Milk Chocolate Fabrics by Stephanie. Let me see where I'm at on it. Not far. Well, I was going to show y'all the chart, and I don't see it. Oh well. And it is in a Nana Jody bag. She's on Instagram, and it's Nana Jody 7 on Instagram, and she posts every once in a while when she has bags to sell. I love her bags too. I can't wait to see this year's Prairie School Santa. This next one is Hey Pumpkin by the Scarlet House. And it is stitched on 32 count Brea by Needle and Flax. Well, I meant to bring my screwdriver down here, but I didn't. And I am using the called for, which is 3 colors. So, and it's in a Como Stitches bag. My next is my wordplay bag that I just keep. The wordplay's in, and I think I started on, I think this one is February, and it's on 32 count latte. No, 32 count Beethoven by Color and Cotton. I might actually be through with it. I'll have to look and see. Well, I am through with it because there I've done January, February, and March, because here's March. Let me see if I can find what March. Because here's January, and I did it on 32 count latte fiber on a whim. So I've done January, February, and March. I don't know where the charts are. I guess it's time to start April. And this is in a bag that one of our viewers sent to me a few years ago, and I love it. If you watch Yellowstone, you know. All right. My next WIP is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. I'm sorry, This Land by Teresa Kogut. And I am stitching it on, who knows, because I didn't write it down. And I'm not taking it out of this hoop, but I don't have a clue what fabric I'm using on it. Well, hang on. 28 count vintage pecan butter by Lakeside is what that fabric is. And I'm using all the called for floss. And I believe this bag also came from Brenda Greer. One of our, I believe we got this bag at the Huntsville retreat one year. It was part of our swag, I believe. My next WIP is Zuka by Alessandra Adelaide. And I changed my fabric to 32 count Rustic Coffee by XJU Designs. And I am using the colors Chai and Grits. I love this fabric. I need to get back out and get back on that. And this beautiful bag came from Sweet Katie at So Tattered. I'm back. My next WIP is Rose Hill Farm Sampler by Stacy Nash. And I ordered this kit. I want to say it was from the Homespun Needlework Facebook group. She does exclusive kits, and I've done it. Or I ordered it, and I actually wrote that down on my card. Exclusive through the Facebook group, Homespun Needleworks, and Acorn and Threads. I'm using all the called for floss, which is Weeks Dye Works. And it's on 36 count L by Picture This Plus. And it is kept safe and sound in my Whippa Keepa that Stephanie, the New England Stitcher, made for me. Look at that baby donkey. Oh gosh, that's so sweet. My next is Sisters Sampler by Abby Rose Designs. And it is done on 32 count tea leaves. Nope. Huh. I'm sorry, 32 count sampler gold by Coloring Cotton. And I'm using all the called for floss. And this little bag, my mind is drawing a blank on the name of her shop. Her name is Dawn. I'll put it on the screen. I love that bag. I love that fabric. All right. My next WIP is on Words to Live by Emily Call Stitching. It's a PDF download. And it is on 28 count Overcast by Cedar River Linen. And I think I started one of them 1/1, and and then the one down below it is 1/2. And it is in a bag by Starlight Stitching Company. Well, one basket's almost empty. And some of these, I believe I have never started. I just had them kitted. I think I'll get to those in a minute. This may actually, nope. I have started this one. This is Double Crown by Samplers Not Forgotten. And I'm stitching it on 32 count light nougat by XJU Designs. And I'm using all the called for floss, which is Weeks Dye Works. I believe this was a conversion. Oops, one of them didn't get snipped. It is. She calls for Gloriana Silks, and the Weeks Dye Works conversion is found on her website. So I'm doing the Weeks conversion. And this is in a Como Stitches bag. This is Christmas in the Village by the Scarlet House. And I am doing it on 32 count brash by Picture This Plus. And I'm using all the called for colors, which is a mix of WIPS and Gentle Art and Classic. I need to get that one finished too. So much to stitch and not enough time to stitch it. That's why I have to make some hard decisions with some of this stuff. And it is in a Miss Carolyn Fab Shabby Rose bag. All right, hold please, I'm gonna reload. Okay, I was gonna show y'all my pajamas. They are the softest, cutest thing that I've ever bought. And I got them at Walmart or on Walmart.com. They were relatively cheap, so yeah, I pretty much live in these. All right, let's get back at it. All right, my next WIP is Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs. And it's in a Miss Carolyn Fab Shabby Rose bag. I picked this bag because nobody loves animals more than my daughter does, and this had all the little animals on it. So, Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs. I hope to have this finished by her birthday this year. And I'm using all the called for colors, and it is 32 count flax. And yes, I have strings, and more strings. Can you see that? I don't know what fabric. It just says flax. I don't know who it's by. And there's a... What are these things called? Oh, crap. I can't remember. I don't know what fabric that is, but it is so soft and so thin. And this, I'll wait and show this at the end because that's actually something I finished since I've last been with y'all. This next project is Courage, and it's by Praiseworthy Stitches. I will insert a picture here. I don't think, well, I have a photocopy. And I am doing it on 32 count Country French Cafe Mocha. and it is for my mom. My mom passed away. She had dementia in 2021, and I had the hardest time. I wanted a needle minder, and I could not find one that was about dementia. So y'all rallied around, and I had several people send me dementia needle minders, and I have all 3 of them on there. So this is so close to being finished. It's not even funny, and I just keep putting it off. But I chose purple, and I'm using Classic Colorworks Purple Aster and Pansy Purple. And this is in a Como Stitches bag. This next chart. Oh boy. I don't know where the chart is. Y'all, I promise I am never this unorganized as I am right now in my life, but I am. And there's nothing to do but to own it. But anyway, it is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I'm doing it on 36 count steel by XJU Design. And I'm using all the called for DMC. I'll try to insert a picture of the chart. And those are all the DMC colors that are struggling. And it is in a Nana Jody bag. I'll show this one because I've worked on it yet. Oh, I'll show this one when I show y'all what I've actually been working on since I last saw you. That's another one. The show must go on. All right. Okay. This is stuff that I have not started. So I'm just going to not show those right now, because I hadn't started them. They're just kitted. Look, I'm gonna go off, get organized, come back. Okay, I'm back. All right, my next WIP is Gather Ye Pumpkins And it is by Little House Needleworks. And I'm using all the called for colors, which are classic color works. And I'm stitching it on 28 count Spring Meadow 2/2. And I said that I was never stitching 2/2 again, but I am so close to being finished, I hate not to finish it. So, I don't know. I might as well just go ahead and finish it. I don't like that much. But I've had this one started since July the 21st of 2023, and we're now in 26. So I've either got to piss or get off the pot. One of the two. One of the two. There's the colors. They're classic color works. And it is in a, I don't think this is a Tiger Lily bag, but I cannot remember. It's a keeper, but I don't remember who I got this from. I think it might have been Miss Carolyn at Fab Shabby Rose, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, my next is Canine Quotes by the Scarlet House. And I'm doing it on 32 count baked clay by Fox and Rabbit. And I've already done one. It says, dogs are not our whole life, but they make our life whole. I got that one finished. And then that's the other one that I have started. So that one that I showed before was Canine Quotes 2, and this one is just Canine Quotes. And I'm using all the called for colors, which are classic color works. Good rich colors. And this is in a StitckWork Design Company. Greta, my little doggy bag. I love that so much. The next chart is Good Intentions Revisited by Kathy Barrick. And I'm doing it on 32 count Arboreal by Cedar River Linen. And I'm doing the 5-color version, and I'm using MPI silks. And once again, it's that dark fabric that I can't see, so I kind of give up on it. And it is in a bag that Greta, StitckWork Design Company, made for me. I love these colors. I love anything with my initials on it. Anything, so. All right, this next is, oh, hang on. I forgot to put my card back in there. The next is the 12 days of Christmas, The 12 Days by Hands On Design. I have all of these in a bag, and it's on 28 count Aztec Red Gingham by StitckWorks. And I have got that much done on one. So, and I'm using the called for, it's DMC, Gentle Arts, WIPS, and Classic. And I got this bag in a oh boy, we did like a swap, where you drew names and you made a gift, or you did a gift for someone else, and that's that bag. Okay. My next WIP, let me find it because it's in a book. I think it's toward the back. Yep. Moonlit Garden by Blackbird Designs. And it is in the When the Leaves Fall book. And it is on 32 count Belfast Raw. And that's what I've got done. I don't even know if you consider that a WIP, because I literally hadn't got anything done on it. And I probably won't, because I don't really love that fabric. I'm getting real picky in my old age. And I sure don't know where those are. I'm not even going to show that one because I don't know where the chart is, because it was a PDF download and I may not have printed it off. I may have just did it. All right. The next is Barnyard Christmas by the Prairie Schooler. And I have done the cow, of course. I did the cow first. And I've got the kitty cat done. And I think I started on the dog. And I'm doing it on your guess as good as mine, because I didn't write it down. And I'm using DMC. So I need to get that out and finish those up so I can get them finished. And I don't know where I got this bag. That's got little cats on it. All right. My next WIP is Every Gift by Plum Street. We got this at a retreat in Wisconsin last year. This was the box it was in. And I'm stitching it on Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax. And I'm thinking that it's 36 count. Yeah, it is 36 count. I'm using all the called for. And that's where I've gotten. I started it here, down here at the bottom. I think I told y'all about this, and I realized I was stitching it in the wrong direction. So I just whooped it around and started it back. So I've got to pick that out. And this was the retreat that I first met Rika from House of Stitch and Stash. So it goes in my Rika bag. All right, now this is an old one because, no pun intended, well, maybe a little bit. This was Shellie, Antique Needleworker. This was her birthday sale in 23. Yeah, It is the Be Kind Sampler by Stacy Nash. I'm using all the called for colors. I don't like a lot on this. It's like I get toward the end and I think, let's just prolong it instead of just finishing it and doing something with it. That's it. It's on 35 count cocoa. And I'm using all the called for colors. I think this is a Miss K bag when she was doing bags. I believe it is. Well, I'm about to the end of a notebook page, guys. What does that tell me? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, those are blank project cards. Oh boy, this is my animal cracker bag. And I don't believe I have one going right now. I don't, so I'm not going to show you this. I don't have one started right this second, so. But this is where I house all of my animal crackers. All right, this is the Farms of Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And I am stitching it on 36 count summer khaki. I'm going to try to get it out of this hoop without my screwdriver, but I don't know that I'll be able to. Oh, yeah. And that's where I am on it. I'm sorry I didn't iron anything, guys. I just didn't have it in me. Considering I still got to pack, do the cat's litter box, give all the dogs a bath, you know, all that good stuff. And I'm just down here doing a floss tube, just do. I'm using all the call for DMC on this, and this is a bag that I bought from Ilbert because it had a horse on it, and I loved it so much. That's cute. Cute. All right, let me count. Okay, that's 31 WIPS, but I know I have some more here that I've been working on since I did my last floss tube. But let's take a little break. Let me get reorganized, and then I will go into a regular floss tube. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to do a regular floss tube now since I've just done the WIP parade and got it uploaded. I thought I would do just a regular floss tube, break them in two, and maybe it won't be so long. But I'm going to have to add these that I've been working on to my WIP count, which is at 31. But I'm going to pare it down. So y'all be looking in the Floss Bossin Cousins Facebook group. If you're not a member, please go over. I will put the link to the Facebook group below. There's a few questions that you have to answer to be added, and I'll be happy to add you. And I might get it done next week while we're out in Texas at MD Anderson. But if not, I'll try to get it done within the next few weeks. All right, let's go over our giveaways from our last video. The first giveaway in the last video, you had to comment the word blessed, and the winners are Then Sings My Soul by The Proper Stitcher. Annie so graciously sent us these charts to give away, and this was our giveaway for last time. The winner is at Maureen Malarkey 1653. Congratulations. The next winner, to one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, is Trust in Him by The Proper Stitcher, and it goes to at Myra Proctor -F4F. Congratulations, Miss Myra. The next winner for He Saves Me by The Proper Stitcher goes to at Joan Vogelson 596. Congratulations. The next one is There Is Room, and it goes to at Pool Stitcher. Congratulations. And the last one is In Nature, And it goes to at Annabelle Willcom, WILLKOMM. Congratulations. If you will email me your address and your name at flossbossingcousins@gmail.com, I may not get these out in the mail until not next week, but the following week. If you were to watch this video today, Sunday, January the 4th, 2026, if you email me today, I'll try to get them ready to go out in the mail. I'll put it in the mailbox in the morning or tonight, and the mail will pick it up tomorrow. If not, it'll be the following week because we are going to be out of town. But congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you to Annie, the proper stitcher, for sending us the charts. She is going to send a trunk show for Stitch South. So I'm very excited about that. I know all the attendees of Stitch South are excited about it also. Annie, the proper stitcher, is sending a trunk show, and so is Susan, Sweet Wing Studio. So I'm so excited for those two designers to have your products in our Stitchy store. So thank y'all so much. Let's go ahead and do the giveaways for this video. I don't always mention it, and I should, but it's totally on me. But every month, the Fat Quarter Shop sends us a box of goodies to pass along to our viewers. And if you're not shopping with them, please do. Please support them. If you have to have a skein of thread, or if you need a chart, please go give them a look, because they so graciously send us this box every single month for giveaways. And I mean, it's just so very kind of them to do that. They do not have to do it. So the least we can do is give them some business. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop, for always sending us things to pass along. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate what you do for this community. All right. The first giveaway is going to be flower stand, and it is a quilt chart pattern. I'm not a quilter, so if I'm saying that wrong, sorry. I don't know any better. So if you're interested in this, comment number 1. All right. The next is the Quilted Farm Girl cross stitch chart. If you're interested in it, comment number 2. All right, the next is also a quilt pattern, and it is Farmyard Friends by It's So Emma. And the other was Lori Holt. The Quilted Farm Girl on number 2 is by Lori Holt. All right, and the next is Farmyard Friends, and it is number 3. If you're interested in it, comment number 3. All right, the next is Farmyard Friends cross stitch chart. If you're interested in it, comment number 4. The next is another quilt chart, and it is Lovely by It's So Emma. Did I say cross stitch? It's a quilt pattern. I'm sorry. That is number 5. Lovely. So if you're interested in any of these, let me run through them one more time, since I was trying to write and talk and think all at the same time. Number 1, if you're interested in number 1, flower stand quilt pattern, comment number 1. If you're interested in the quilted farm girl cross stitch, comment number 2. If you're interested in Farmyard Friends quilt pattern, comment number 3. If you're interested in Farmyard Friends cross stitch chart, comment number 4. And if you're interested in lovely quilt pattern, comment number 5. And thank you again to Kimberly and her staff at Fat Quarter Shop for always sending us goodies to give away to y'all. All right, so business is over. Let's show y'all what I've been working on since I last saw you, which was about 3 weeks ago. I cannot remember. I don't think I had it finished. I didn't, because I finished it on Christmas Eve. This is Chicken and Waffles by Stitches by Ethel. And y'all know I love me a little donkey. And I decided to do mine on 36 count Forget Me Not by Atomic Ranch. And I love this fabric. But look at that baby. Oh my gosh, ain't he cute? Let me see if I can get it a little better. Look at that. So cute. Oh, I love that donkey. I love it. I love it. I wish she would do a series. I wish she would just do a waffles series. Can you do that, please? Because I love it. I love my fabric choice with it. I used all the called for DMC. I just loved it all. Loved it all. But that was a start and a finish. Well, I started it on November the 28th, but I finished it on Christmas Eve. And then I worked briefly on my birthday sale from 2025. Hannah Campbell, 1838. Yeah, 1838 by Hands Across the Sea. I have not got a ton done on it, and I'm using all the called for 103s. And it is, let me put my card back in with my chicken and waffles, so I'll know. I'm using all the called for 103s for Hannah Campbell. And it is on 40 count Weeks Dye Works straw. So, my first time doing 40 count, and it's a booger. It's really not. It's not that different than 36 count. I just can't do it if my eyes are real tired. And here lately, they're always tired, because when you stare at a computer screen for 10 plus hours a day, you just got some tired eyes. So, I like to stitch up on it on Saturday and Sunday morning when my eyes are fresh. So that's what I usually do. Oops, my garbage box is under the table just fell. Okay. And then, did I need to? No, I didn't. Did I? Yes, I did. Oh boy, where is my... I scanned the chart and it's on my iPad. The chart's in the safe. A lady so gracious, Miss Julie. Thank you, Miss Julie. I think she's been having some rough times this last couple of weeks. So when you throw out prayers, say a little prayer for Miss Julie. You know who you are. She so graciously offered to loan me her Scarecrow Lane by Teresa Kogut, and I'll put a picture here. And I want to be sure I take good care of it, which I stitched from my iPad anyway. But she loaned me Scarecrow Lane by Teresa Kogut, and I started it on Christmas Day. I guess once I finished chicken and waffles, you know, instead of being a good girl and picking up a WIP, I just started something new. So there is my start on Scarecrow Lane by Teresa Kogut. I think I've got a lot done since Christmas Day. So I'm doing it on 36 count Hawthorne by Needle and Flax. I got my little scarecrow bling from Pish, Posh on Parade. But when and y'all, this was an old DMC. Look how much longer it is. But I just wanted to use it, so before I started a new one. So, you know, it is what it is. This is the story of my life. This is where everybody else runs, just running along, doing thing. And this is me, willy-nilly, just out there living on the edge. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. But this color scheme is my jam. When I tell you I love these colors, love them so much. And this is another Nana Jody bag that I have it in because I thought, well, man, these colors are just absolutely perfect for this. The only thing is my big hoop won't fit down in here. Yeah, it will. I don't want to stretch it. Okay. Now that's what I have worked on. But I need some help. I have not started my blessing sampler yet because I can't make a decision. I did see last night as I was trying to go to sleep, scrolling through Instagram, I had forgotten that I have this chart, but I saw Stitchy Sarah Reed's. She is doing, I don't know if it's her blessing sampler, but I saw where she's doing Anna Funk. I have loved that chart for a while. Why I haven't already started it, I don't know. Could it be because I have 30-something WIPs? Probably. But that's no excuse. So, that's a contender for my blessing sampler. I would really love your opinions. All right, this is another contender for my blessing sampler, and Tara Sullivan's Sully Stitches, good Lord, she did this, and I love it. And it just speaks volumes to me. It just touches my heart. I think that the whole time I stitch it, I'll be thinking about Holly Ho. And I want to stitch it. So this is another contender. And I have picked Spindrift by Cedar River Linen. So there's another contender. And this is another contender. And last night, while I was scrolling, I saw that Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, this is her blessing sampler. I don't mind copying her at all. I already had it pulled. I even asked Tara Sullivan and Miss Charlotte Burgess the other day, did I ask them or did I show them that this was going to be mine? Maybe it was Holly Ho I asked. Holly Ho picked this one. It's Sweetheart's Delivery by Blackbird Design. It is in the Walker Sisters book. And I already have it pulled. Have all the... I'm going to use the Called For Fabric 36 count Abecedarian by R&R Reproductions. And I already have all my floss pulled for it. And I just need somebody to make a decision for me, because I truly get tired of making decisions. I tell my husband that all the time. I am tired of making decisions. So this is another contender. Where did I put that other one, guys? Oh, I didn't have it. I just said I don't have it pulled. Okay, this is it and this is it. All right. And so I need help deciding on my blessing sampler, and I've got to decide before I go to Texas because I need to be working on it. Anna Funk, and I'll put a picture here, Be a Friend, or Sweetheart's Delivery by Blackbird. Those are my three choices for my blessing samplers. So y'all help me decide, please. I guess I could just go ahead and pull Anna Funk, kit it up, and think about it. And just start all of them. What the heck? You know, I was thinking the other day, I've got to get a handle on all this cross-stitch stuff, because I have so much that I'm never going to stitch. And then I thought, I'll let Whitney worry about it when I die. Doesn't that sound like a good idea to y'all? I'll just let her worry about it. She's gonna hate me. Because I tell her all the time that when something happens to us, that we're gonna give them the house. And so she'll just have to worry about all this stuff. I love you, Whitney. All right, let's get into some haul. First off, I have not started this, and I apologize for not starting it. You know what? I'll just talk about it next time, because I'm going to start it before then. So, I did get a chart and some floss and fabric from Thread the Needle, from Stacy Clark, Thread the Needle. And I'm going to start that. I'll show y'all next time. All right, I got my December fabric of the month from Bestitch Me, and it is 36 count Space Rocks. Space Rock. Got that. And then I also got my Grace Notes fabric of the month. And a Christmas card. And a sticker. Thank you so much, Corinne. And it is Balsam Fur, 36 count. And I got my Gentle Arts glass slipper, geranium. Oh, that's a pretty pinky red. Garden Gate, Fudge Ripple. I love Fudge Ripple. And French Lilac. So I got those. My husband is going to have to come down here and get the garbage, because I just put it in a garbage can under here, or in a bag, in a box, and it's his job to come get the garbage, so he's going to have to get it. I ordered from Clay by Kim. I can't remember what week this was. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. As Cable says, good goobly goobers. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Now, here's another Clay by Kim that I got. I do not have one of these, so I was very excited to get the I guess it's a needle case. Look how pretty, those pretty colors. So I got that. My sweet friend Marie, we met her and Lisa in Wisconsin last year, and they were our table mates, and they are the sweetest people. She sent me, Callie, and Holly a little goodie, and it was a bag with a candy cane and some pretty, pretty DMC colors. And look at this. She is so very talented. They're going to be at the Stitch South retreat. It's a necklace. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Thank you so much, Marie. I apologize I haven't already called and thanked you. Sent you a pretty card. I apologize. I'm sorry I haven't. I made an order from Greta. I had to have some floss and ordered some WIPS StitckWorks floss. And I ordered Annie's Chart Strive for Joy. And then I got a goodie bag from Pish Posh on Parade. And I got some suckers because she always sends me candy. She sent me some suckers. Let's see what kind. Orange, cream, apple pie, bubble gum, tropical red punch, and grape. May have to eat this grape one in a minute. She sent me a Stitcher ornament. Look how cute that is. And she sent me some Parade Loot bags. If you don't know, I think there's some other stuff in there too. When you get a parade, you get loot. And your loot is little doodads and candy and stuff. And it comes in each order. When you place an order from Pish Posh on Parade, you get parade loot. So exciting. Look at that little kitty cat. That is precious. I think she's going on my whatever blessing sampler. My floss ring for my blessing sampler. I'm going to lay her right there so I can put her on. She sent me that. And a little kitty cat zipper pull. Y'all need to go check her out. She has some beautiful, beautiful things. Okay. This, I had actually forgot that I had ordered it, but I'm so glad I did, is from Color and Cotton, and it's the Color Wheel Club, and I got Sugar Plum 36 count. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. It is. See, I didn't have much haul. With Christmas and everything, I'm sure a lot of things slow down. Okay, the heifer board. Let's talk about it for a minute. There is a template, and I will insert a picture here, on our Facebook group, Floss Bossin Cousins. And every month, except for 1 month, every month I call 2 numbers. And you fill out your heifer board, whatever you want to put in it. Whether it be WIPS, whether it be new starts, whether it be whatever. If you want to clean your craft room, if you want a day of catching up on your book of days, if you want whatever, however you want to fill it out, it's your board, it's your rules. You do whatever you want to do. But I pick 2 numbers each month. And when those numbers are called, I post them on our Facebook group and I post them on our Instagram page on the 25th of each month. And those numbers are for the next month. January's, I was a few days late. I didn't do it on Christmas Day, I don't believe. but it's for January. January's numbers are called the previous month. Does that make sense? I've already pulled the numbers for February, and they are scheduled to post on January the 25th at 12 midnight. So, February's already scheduled, but 2 numbers are called each month, and a random month, nobody ever knows when it's going to be, 3 numbers will be called. I will be 100% honest. I have not filled out my heifer board yet for this year, simply because I really haven't decided what I want to do. I don't know if I don't know what WIPS I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to let go. So I've got to make that decision. And that way I can fill out my board. This past year, I know I've said it before, but this past year has just really thrown me for a loop. I feel so unorganized. I feel so behind. I feel like there's always something to do that should have been done weeks before, and I can't get caught up. I feel like I can't get caught up. But with that being said, and also I miss Callie, I miss Ilbert, I miss the camaraderie that we had. And it's just, she feels like she's having to learn new things. Well, I feel like I'm having to learn new things also, because it's just different without her. But I've also decided that 2026, I'm not going to stress about stuff, because what good does it do? It don't. It don't. If I don't get all the laundry done, it's no big deal. If I don't get this craft room cleaned up and everything organized down to the last thing, it's no big deal. Because my aunt used to always say, in 100 years from now, it won't even matter. And she's right. It won't. So, back to the heifer board. I'm sorry. I digress. If you want to put to where the numbers that are called, you work on those projects or those things 5 days out of the month. You don't have to book every day of the month unless you want to, with what that number is. If you want to stitch 15 days on one number and 15 days on the next number, that's your prerogative. If it's just one day, that's your prerogative. It's your board and your rules, so you can do it however you want to. So maybe that explains the heifer board a little more. I know it's not a great job explaining it, but I had several people reach out about was I going to do one, and I had honestly thought about not doing one again, but because of the people asking about it, I decided to go ahead and do it again. And now I'm glad that I did. So I will continue to do that and draw the numbers. I will help however I can. So, but I'm going to get off of here, get these videos uploaded, and get packed up for Houston. Y'all say a prayer for us, for all of us, for safe travels. It will be Haley, her mom, her stepdad, me, and her daddy. Pray for Haley. Pray for good news. just pray that a peace for everybody. Pray for peace for everybody, no matter what the news. I will try to keep y'all updated and let you know. And me and Alan may even jump on while he's driving his passenger princess out there. We may even jump on and do a YouTube live. It depends on how rough I look. But I love you all. I'm thankful for you all. And I can honestly say I don't know that I would have made it through last year without y'all. So the next couple of months are going to be busy. And because we have Stitch South in just a little over a month. I can't believe that it's already here. We're so excited, and we can honestly say that we've put our heart and soul into this, and we just hope that everybody that has signed up to come, that they're as happy with it as we hope you are. We've had a couple of people that had to cancel, so we do have a couple of spots open. If you're interested, shoot me an email, and you can either email me at flossbossincousins@gmail.com, or you can email stitchsouthllc@gmail.com if you're interested. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. So any time spent doing what you love with people you love, it's a good time. So I can't wait to be with y'all again. I'm going to try my best to do better about floss tubes, because I think, oh, it has to be long. Well, it doesn't. You might get a 15-minute floss tube of what I'm working on. Hey, y'all let me know. If y'all want that, I can do that. So I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, exciting news. Holly Ho just called me. She just uploaded 50 plus new items to her shop, Pish, Posh on Parade. So y'all better get there before I do. Love you. Bye.